Well, hello humanoids, it's Kiriana and welcome back to my channel. As you can see from the title down below, today I am here to talk about a series of unfortunate events that premiered on Netflix Friday the 13th. I watched it all that day and I was really excited for this. I read the books a couple of times in my youth. The last time I read it was probably like 8 years ago, 7 years ago or so. And I've always loved them. It's just such an original take on books. I love how Lemony Snicket writes. I loved all of the characters. The story was a miserable thing, but it was like so intriguing you couldn't stop reading. It was an amazing thing, and I recommend those books to everybody, no matter what age you are. Even though they're middle grade books, they're just so well written. I love them to death. And I remember when the movie came out, I think it was in like 2005, 8, one of those. Jim Carrey played Count Olaf, Meryl Streep was in the movie, and I enjoyed it, but it made me sad that they didn't continue on the movies because I really wanted to see all of them come to life, and I thought Jim Carrey played an amazing Count Olaf. So when I saw the previews for A Series of Unfortunate Events on Netflix, part of me was kind of taken aback because it felt like it was more of like a satire to me just from the commercials. It was going to be like really funny, and they had, oh my gosh, I forgot his name already. The guy that plays Count Olaf, what the heck is his name? Neil Patrick Harris. Oh my goodness, brain fart. He was gonna play Count Olaf, and I was a little bit confused. I do like Neil Patrick Harris. I like the fact that he is really good at singing. He is a great actor, and I like him in a lot of things, but as Count Olaf, I just wasn't sure how to feel about it. And like I said, it was a very stylized movie, and it just kind of, I don't know, to me it felt like it was gonna be more of a comedy and like not as dark as the books actually are, but I gave it a shot. Like I said, I watched it all in one day. There are 8 episodes. There are 2 episodes for each book that they cover in the series. They cover the first book, A Bad Beginning, the second book, Reptile Room, the third book, The Wide Window, and then the fourth book, A Miserable Mill or The Miserable Mill. And I thought that the kids did a really good job. Violet and Klaus and Sunny, I thought they were all really strong characters. I loved that, is it not Joan Rivers? Oh my gosh. My brain, Joan Cusack played the judge, and then, Neil Patrick Harris's Count Olaf. He could be very creepy, but he was very comical at the same time. I like that they did add a musical aspect to it because Neil Patrick Harris is so musically inclined. And I don't really know what to say about the series as a whole. I liked it. I really liked it. But it wasn't something that I absolutely loved. It wasn't what I was looking for how much I loved the books. And it's weird because like I said, I did watch it in one day, and the part that I loved the most was when they did the reptile room. Those 2 episodes I really enjoyed. I loved Uncle Monty. I loved everything about those 2 episodes. There's nothing I had to really say about the other two. But I don't know. It just left me with a really strange feeling. And I don't want to give away spoilers to anybody who hasn't seen it because I do think it's worth the watch. But it's just, I don't know. I don't know how to feel about it. And that makes me just kind of like, it's good, but it's not great. I was hoping I was going to walk away from this being like, oh my gosh, finally we get what we were looking for. But with that said, I am excited to see where they take it. I know that they plan on doing like another 4 books. I don't know if they're gonna keep breaking it up into 4 books until they get to the last couple with the 13 books. I don't know. But it's just I enjoyed it, and I think that the fans of the books will really enjoy it. The biggest complaint I had was they had this part where they had like a mom and dad trying to get back to their children, but it wasn't the mom and dad of Violet and Klaus and Sunny, and it was other people, and I don't know who they are, and I don't know how that story fits into the books. But it has been a long time since I read the book, so maybe I just totally forgot about this like side story. I don't know. It was just kind of weird because they would like interject it, and then there was like these underground tunnels and like spies, and it was really interesting. And I am excited to see what they do with it, but it just did not leave me walking away like, yes, so good, so good. And I'm not sure. I haven't seen anybody else review this yet, so I don't know how other people took it. But as a book lover, yes, I love for things to be true to the book, but I also am a huge movie fanatic. And I never mind when people take liberties in movies from the book because I understand it's a totally different medium. You have to do different things. And obviously, you want to be kind of like an original story too. So I don't mind if things are tweaked for a movie or a show, even. And it seems to me with a show, most of the time book readers like shows because TV shows can take way longer in building up things and taking you to where you want to be. Whereas in a movie, they have to cut it down to an hour and a half, 2 hour movie, right? So I don't know. I wish I had walked away feeling really, really excited, but there's nothing about the show that just like captivated me. And it did feel very Tim Burton-esque, which I liked because I love Tim Burton films. It kind of reminded me of like the original Batman movies that Tim Burton did, because they were more on like the comic book side. So it was kind of comedic and goofy and cartoony. So I don't know. I guess me personally, if I could choose how it was made, I'd want it to be darker because even though there probably are, again, haven't read the books in a long time, but I'm sure there were a little bit of like comedic highlights in the books. I don't mind having like a sneak like giggle in a dark story. That's fine because you can't just be depressing the whole way through. I totally understand that. But I just felt, oh, here's one thing that I absolutely could not stand, and it's the banker. I can't remember his name off the top of my head, but the banker. His character drove me nuts. And I don't know, again, haven't read the books in a long time, so I don't know if he is like that in the books, but he just annoyed me. He was so dumb in this series. And again, I don't remember if he was like that in the book, so maybe I just don't really remember that part of him, but oh, the banker got me just, oh, it was so obnoxious. And his cough, I do like that they kept the cough in, so that was kind of like irritating. And I was like, oh my gosh, the cough is going to stick with me now. Those who have read the book or seen the show, you know what I'm talking about. But, if you have never read the books and you are interested in this series, I do think it's worth a watch. I think I rated it like a 4 out of 5 stars on Netflix because as a whole, I really did enjoy it and I am excited to see what they're going to do next. But like I said, I didn't fall in love with it. So, 4 out of 5 stars. If you are interested in watching it, do. I think it's really awesome that Netflix picked this up because I've been waiting for a continuation of this story since the movie. And it's great that they're kind of bringing it back for the younger generation now because this was a huge deal when I was a kid. Everybody wanted these books. When you got those little packets at book for like Scholastic to order books, I remember so many kids would get like the box set of these books. And I don't have them anymore. I used to, but I am considering going out and buying the box set again because I absolutely want to reread this. They're so good. And like I said, the actors were really good. It was a solid performance from everybody, and it's an enjoyable time. And I think kids will really get a kick out of it. So, again, 4 out of 5 stars. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button down below. And join my crazy channel where you will never know what you're going to see next. I love you guys, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.